Hello guys and welcome back. As you can see, today we are packing for El Camino del Norte.
Camino del Norte is one of the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage routes that spans 800 kilometers across northern Spain. We are embarking on that in only 1 week. Today we have everything prepared, everything laid out as you can see here, and today we'll show you exactly what you need to pack for Camino del Norte from both a male and female perspective. So make sure to stay till the end because we'll provide a complete written list of everything you need to pack, and we'll also provide that in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're gonna cover the most important things first. So that means number one is
Backpacks. Right here I got my old backpack. When you're looking for the backpack, you want to see something really nice with nice paddings, nice soft paddings, and that it's adjustable as well. You have to use something that you feel comfortable with because you'll be carrying this on your back for 40 days. So please keep an eye on that. And also important thing, what you need to look is the hip straps. That will help you very much.
that'll save your back. And I have my TropicFeel Shell Backpack. This thing holds 42 liters. Senchi's holds 50. Now, you really only need a backpack that holds 20 to 35 liters. So these are a little unnecessarily large, but of course we won't fill them to the brim. And on that note, a good rule of thumb is keeping your pack to about 10% of your body weight. So we both weigh between 70 and 80 kilos. So we'll aim to have our packs between 7 and 8 kilos. And even better if it's lighter than that. The name of the game here is lighter is better. So later on we'll show you exactly how much these things weigh. And let's pray it's as low as possible.
Sure.
So the TropicFeel Shell Backpack is really nice in my opinion. I've used it for over 6 months now, backpacking around Europe, and it has held up really nicely. It's really ergonomically designed, so super comfortable for long walking days. Like Senchi says, something you really want to look for.
Both of them are pretty lightweighted as well. You have to see for that before buying.
Definitely. Yeah, this one is very light, doesn't add much to the pack weight itself. So this is the insert, the closet organizer that comes with the TropicFeel Shell Backpack. It's really nice. I have all of my socks, undergarments, towel, bathing suit here, all of my pants here, and the Toiletries bag here, and all of my shirts and jackets and everything up here. So it's really handy for early mornings. Just grab what you need and you go. So then when it comes time to grab something you need, you just unzip and everything's right there, really organized. Whoop, got what I needed and I'm out. So that's why I really like the Shell Backpack by TropicFeel. It also comes with this little case that clips on right here, which is nice for anything you might need easy access to, like your phone, your wallet, like toiletries, sunscreen, sunglasses, things like that. And you're ready to go. And this is shockingly light. Let's see what I have in here. Now, the next most important thing, arguably the most important thing for a long
100%.
journey like this one, are your shoes. That's huge. Your foot health, foot care is essential along the trail. I have these Hoka Challenger ATRs. In my research and through anecdotal evidence, hearing from other people's experiences on the Camino, you really don't need hiking boots. Some people opt for this, and I've heard a lot of them end up getting blisters and end up buying what are called all-terrain trail runners like these. So you'll probably want this because the Camino isn't super rugged. You don't need hiking boots, but these all-terrain trail runners are perfect.
And they look really nice as well.
Yeah, of course. That's the most important thing, right?
They look nice. Okay, and now on to the men's part. Right here, I have some nice Highland Creeks. These are trekking / for trail shoes. Shout out to my best friend who got it for me. These are really nice, comfortable, super light. I even got the inside padding for them. They are fillets that helps your heel while walking. The most important thing for these is they're comfortable and make sure you break them in. I had these month and a half. They've been listening super nice, so these are mine to go. Another thing while we're at foot fair, you need to have some kind of flip-flops or sandals, papuch as we call them. I'm bringing these Under Armour. They're really light. They have these extra holes, if you can see. That makes your feet breathe. After 8 to 10 hours of walking, you need something really comfortable that you can let your feetsies breathe, right? So I got these on Amazon. They were only 23 euros, I think. Really nice, really cheap. Highly recommend.
Like I said, we're starting El Camino del Norte in less than a week. We'll be sharing full-length videos every 3 days along the trail for you guys so you can see how everything looks. We're going to cover what albergues are like, what days are terrible on our feet, how much each day costs so you can see a budget breakdown on how much it costs to walk El Camino. We're literally going to be covering everything, so if you're interested in doing El Camino or you're just interested in following along, make sure to subscribe. Okay, next up, we have a sleeping bag liner. Some people opt to bring a full sleeping bag on the Camino, but I've heard it's really not necessary because the albergues, which are like public hostels that you stay in as a pilgrim on the Camino, I've heard that the albergues provide warm enough blankets, so you really don't need a sleeping bag. However, you do need the liner, ideally a silk liner, to unfortunately protect you from bed bugs. That is a bit of a concern on the Camino. So here we have 2 silk pillowcases, and we'll share this one sleeping liner. It's from Backpacker's Journey. We also got this on Amazon for around
It's amazing.
20 euros, I think.
It was only 20 euros, and look how tiny this was. This is literally my palm, and that's the literal size of it. It also weighs nothing.
Which is important. So let's do a little unpacking.
Sure.
Why not?
Let's fast pace this. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back.
It's really big. As you can see, it'll fit on any of the beds provided at the albergues. And
Here?
this is a
For the pillow.
pillow insert.
And you go inside of here.
And apparently we'll both fit inside of here. I guess we'll be snuggling pretty tight. And then over that you can just use the normal sheets and the blanket provided from the albergue. But it's nice to have this layer of protection. Apparently it really wards off bed bugs and other critters you don't want.
Okay. So this is me in it. And here goes the pillow as well. So you put this in the pillow, you lay on this, and you're perfectly fine with the bed bugs.
And that big thing fits right back into this little bag, so it really doesn't take up much space or weight in your pack at all. It's definitely a worthwhile must-have item on the trail.
Must.
Okay, next up we have another important item, which is a physical copy of a guidebook. Now, there are a ton of different routes you can choose from. I think there's like 6 different Camino routes. We're doing, obviously, Camino del Norte, so we picked up a Camino del Norte guidebook. Now, John Brierley is the author of what's typically referred to as like the Camino Bible of these little mini guidebooks. To my knowledge, he doesn't have one on Camino del Norte, so we picked up a different one, but would recommend, if you're doing a different route, looking into the Brierley books. But it's really handy to have. There might be areas where you don't have cell service that are really remote. So you don't want to be in a pickle like that. It's nice to have something physical. And it's so tiny and it shows you everything you need to know. Like every day it tells you, start in this town, end in this town. This is how many, meters of elevation you'll do. This is how many kilometers of walking in distance you'll do. This is a nice cafe to stop in. This is where some potable drinking water is along the way.
And you
Literally
also have
everything.
a map included.
Every day.
Every single day.
So definitely save yourself the worry. Don't put yourself in a precarious position. Just get one of these.
Okay, so those are the most essential things. Now we're gonna jump on the clothing things. Okay, first we have t-shirts. This is a short sleeve t-shirt. It's a sport
Material.
material, quick to dry, because you don't want something that's hard to dry off if you get wet, if you need to wash your clothes, anything like that. You want it to be quickly dried off. You don't want to lose time on the track itself. And this is a long sleeve thermal one. Since we are doing our trail in April, starting April, ending
Late May.
late May, so we opted for 2 of these, so just to have that extra layer. I think that goes both for male and female.
Yes, completely. I'm bringing 3 short sleeves and 2 long sleeves, and just like Senshi said, normally athletic material is best. You really want to avoid cotton unless it's maybe something to sleep in just to be comfortable, but for the days you're walking, basically in the clothes you're going to get really dirty and stinky. You want them to be quick drying. You'll probably wash your clothes in the sink and they'll have to be dry the next morning when you pack up and leave. So stay away from cotton. It's heavier, it takes longer to dry. You really want these synthetic athletic materials. Next up, pants. We're both bringing 2 pairs of long pants and 1 pair of shorts. That's probably all you need. And again, if you're walking in the summer, maybe you would do another pair of shorts, less pants, but for us, we'll have cold mornings and cold evenings. So that's what we got. I'm also bringing a quarter zip that is fleece lined because again, we're expecting a little bit colder weather in the spring. I also have a jacket here, again, super lightweight, rolls up really small. This one is waterproof, but it insulates heat really nicely. And on that note of waterproof items, another essential is a poncho.
It's a must-have. We've got these ponchos from Amazon. Again, as we mentioned, we're doing it in April, so we're considering it's gonna be some rain, so we really needed to be protected. And I'm gonna show you what we got right here. We got a larger poncho since we'll have our backpacks on, so we wanted to have it all covered just by one poncho.
Another nice thing about these ponchos in particular is they're totally water resistant. So you can actually, and obviously they're huge, so you can actually lay them on the ground and use them as like a picnic blanket of sorts. Let's see.
So that's a full poncho.
And again, if you have your backpack on, it can clip a little lower so it fits all different sizes of backpacks.
It also clips on the side, so the side is going to be protected as well.
Perfect. Thank you for the demonstration, Sench. And like I said, you can use these for like a picnic blanket to sit and eat on. It also says you can use them as like a makeshift tent if needed. I don't know if we'll ever do that. There's no camping involved really in the Camino, at least not on our Camino. But you have that option too because they're so big.
So big. For example, if it's raining, you want to have a quick stop, there's nothing open. We have one to put it down, one make a little tent, and we can just have a rest under it.
Exactly.
Neat.
And I would say this is an essential no matter what time of year you're walking your Camino, because at some point it will rain and you're going to wish you had a poncho, not only for yourself to be freezing cold and wet, but most importantly for your pack. You probably have something important there, a passport, phone, etc. So you really want to keep that dry as well, which again is why we got something so big that can fit any size backpack behind it.
And it rolls up super small again.
And again, super lightweight, rolls up really small, so it's not too much of a burden to have it with you. And trust me, you're going to wish you did if you forget this. Another really important item on your packing list are socks. We are both bringing 4 pairs each, and you want to look for a merino wool sock. Again, these are superior to cotton because they don't absorb moisture as much. They also control temperature, keep your feet comfortable, all the good things like that. So you'll want merino wool. On that note of undergarment things, we're each bringing 5 pairs of underwear, and
Correct.
for ladies, you'll want to bring 2 sports bras. And this is technically optional, but since we're doing the Del Norte route, we're passing through beach town, so we're each bringing an athletic bathing suit as well.
And again, this is also optional, but since we're doing it in April, cold mornings, I am bringing, on man's part, a little hat. On the warmer days, you can bring a cap so it protects you from sun. But again, that's optional. It's up to you for those. Another thing on man's part, tank top. I don't know, someone likes them, someone doesn't. I'm from Balkan, from Bosnia. We actually love these there as a extra protection, extra layer. So this is optional. I'm bringing just to keep it lightweight.
And that wraps up clothing. I think Senshi said it best. Keep it lightweight. You really want to be as minimalistic as possible. You're not on El Camino to impress anyone. You don't need to look good. You're really going to be re-wearing the same outfits again and again. Just comfort is key, and keep it lightweight. That's it.
Keep it lightweight.
So now we'll go over some miscellaneous items, some toiletries, and our first aid kit. And I wanted to include this first because it is another essential, is a microfiber quick drying towel. Again, we've talked about how important quick drying things are on a long trail like this. And this one is important because albergues and any hostel really, they don't provide towels for you. Of course, there are showers, but some charge for towels or some just don't have them. So you'll want to have a really small towel with you that you can roll up, that's really small, that you can also use after the shower. So again, we got this from Amazon. That's becoming a theme here. You can get it in the link below. Okay, next up is toiletries. For this, you're going to want to bring whatever you need really, but keep it to necessity items only. So we have shampoo and conditioner. We have 100 milliliters, and you should probably keep it to this small because remember, on the Camino, you'll be passing through towns, so you can always resupply on whatever you need. So keep it small. And then we also have this Dr. Bronner's bar of soap. This is going to be handy for washing clothes in the sink whenever something is really nasty and there's no washer or dryer at the albergue. You can just do a quick wash yourself, and this soap can be used for anything. Your body, your hands, your clothes. It's biodegradable. It's in everything in one. So highly recommend this. But otherwise, really just what you need.
True.
Right?
You can bring deodorant. You're gonna stink.
Deodorant. Duh.
You're gonna
You need deodorant.
You're gonna
I don't care
stink
what
with
you
him
think.
or without him.
I don't care what you think you need. I take it back. You need deodorant. Pretty much nothing else, but you need deodorant. But true, it won't even make a difference because you will smell either way.
Okay, let's jump to the next one. This is really, really important. It's the medicine bag.
And here is our first aid kit unpacked. Of course, we have electrolytes. I love the brands Element and Liquid IV. Again, you can find that in the link below. We have some bug spray here. Of course, Band-Aids, Neosporin, painkillers. You never know what could happen along the trail, and I'm sure we'll have some sore muscles along the way. This is a travel first aid kit with miscellaneous medicine for different ailments you can get while traveling. Highly recommend that. You never know what can happen. This is KT tape. If you have any sort of muscle or joint issues, this will be a lifesaver for you. It'll really save our knees on the trail since those will be going through a lot. And these two, Leuco tape and Vaseline, are for blister care. Blisters are something you really need to be careful of on a long trail like this because a bad blister can put you out for a week as it heals. So if you start to get blister symptoms or you just want to proactively avoid those, you can put this tape on your heels or anywhere else that you're blister prone, and Vaseline also helps that, just having that a little bit less friction. And then these are a little bit more optional, but we have various supplements and vitamins just to stay healthy along the way. We've heard albergues can sometimes be loud. People leave in early in the morning and whatnot. So we have some earplugs for ourselves and just some tissue paper, maybe for having a picnic. Or the albergues sometimes don't provide enough toilet paper, and you really don't want to be in a pinch like that. So we are strapped and ready to go with our first aid kit. Now that's the bulk of the items you need to pack. Just 2 more miscellaneous items. 1, if you're not from Europe like I am, you're going to want an adapter, of course. And 2, this is just a me trick, but to help things not get really smelly in your pack, you're going to want to bring some dryer sheets and just stuff them between things, and that really helps to keep things fresh.
Perfect. Now we're going to put everything in our backpacks, and we're going to bring you with us to see how much everything weighs.
Okay, now the moment of truth. How much does all this weigh? We have our scale here. Let's see. Okay. This one is coming in at 7.3. That's right on the money. No more, no less, but you're good right there. And Senchi's backpack already feels lighter. Let's see what the damage is. Oh. And it's 6.1. He will have a comfortable journey. Buen camino to you, Senchi. Well done.
Thank you, Ellie.
And that's it. That's everything you need to know before going on your own Camino. We'll see you guys in 1 week as we walk from Irún to San Sebastian for our first day of the Camino. See you then, and buen camino.
Guys. Buen camino.
As promised, here's a complete list of what to pack for El Camino for both the male and female pilgrim. Hope you found this helpful, and good luck to you as you begin your Camino journey. If you're interested in seeing what Camino del Norte is really like, make sure to subscribe and follow along our journey as we post updates every 3 days of walking. See you then, and buen camino.